Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And on the screen today, you're going to be watching some Black Ops 4 gameplay. But we do have this article today courtesy of Game Informer, and I actually saw this on Twitter. And it says, mass layoffs at Activision Blizzard will result in hundreds of lost jobs. Bloomberg is reporting an upcoming plan from Activision Blizzard to lay off hundreds of workers as the company attempts to restructure and centralize its operations. Sources tell us the layoffs will come from different parts of the company, including Blizzard, though it's not clear what parts of the studio will be affected. At the end of 2017, Activision employed 9,800 people across all sections of the corporation. This news comes after a few rocky months for Activision. While COD has been performing well, some things like the split with Bungie, Forsaken not meeting sales expectations, and flat numbers for games like Overwatch have resulted in a weaker price for Activision's stock, which has declined nearly 2.5% today. Activision is expected to make the official announcement on Tuesday, and that article was created yesterday, February 8th at 7 p.m. But the thing that I don't really understand is if you think back, I'm not sure if I made a video on it, but I remember there was an article courtesy of Charlie Intel, and it was talking about the sales, the money that they made from in-game content microtransaction sales. I'm gonna see if I could find it. And yeah, so here it says Activision Blizzard made over $3.6 billion from in-game content sales in 2016. Activision Blizzard confirmed their Q4 2016 earnings call that the entire company across Activision and Blizzard titles made over $3.6 billion just from in-game content sales. And that's COD points, loot boxes, and whatever else. And then they said they were still in the early days of realizing what might the full potential of microtransactions and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, that's $3.6 billion just from people buying COD points and Overwatch boxes and shit like that. It's like, what about the game's actual sales? What about people are still paying $60 for the game, and people still had to pay in 2016. People still had to pay $80 for Modern Warfare Remastered, and so that's even more money because most people bought Infinite Warfare because of Modern Warfare Remastered. That was why they bundled it, and then they ended up releasing it, by itself individually for, I think it was $30 5 or 6 months later. But whatever, that's beside the point. It's so who's all this money going to? They're trying to tell me that they're going to lay off all these people. I understand it's 3 years later, but you had what was the 2017 COD? World War II, and then the 2018 COD was Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4 sold a lot because of the whole that everybody believed in Treyarch and all that shit. We said, yeah, Vonderhaar's the GOAT, whatever. And even with World War II, the sales were up because everybody was hyped for the boots on the ground, all that kind of stuff. And I guarantee you those games sold more than Infinite Warfare. I guarantee you those games sold more than Advanced Warfare. So I'm failing to see, they probably made more money than that. They probably made more than $3.6 billion in 2017 and in 2018. And it's like, you're going to try and tell me that, who's all this money going to? Where is all this money going? I'm very confused right now. At the end of the day, these people, you employ these people, right? These people expect to have, job security and, all that stuff. It's your Activision is worth how much billions of dollars, and you can't employ people? You're trying to fucking, what'd they say? Restructure their company or whatever kind of shit. It's yo, come on. You're putting people, you're putting people under unnecessary stress. You're putting people's lives and jobs at stake here. It's if I don't really understand what they're trying to do. Are they trying to save money? Why do you need to save more money? I really don't get it. You release games every year, and I'm really failing to see what the objective is here. I really don't understand. Restructure and centralize its operation sounds like some bullshit. That just sounds like we're trying to get rid of some people and possibly bring in different people and pay them less money. That's what it sounds like to me. But I mean, I don't know, man. You know, there's people out here with, you know, car payments, mortgages, kids. You know, you got to pay for your kids. If the kid's a little kid, you got to pay for their daycare. You know, you have to pay house insurance and car insurance and, you know, life insurance and, you know, like all these other things, all these other expenses. You have to pay bills. You have to buy food. You have to put food on the goddamn table. And, you know, these multi-billion-dollar guys are just out here. Yeah, you know, we just made, you know, however much billion in the last 3 years, but yeah, you know, sorry guys, thanks for your hard work, but we'll take it from here. And it's like, what kind of fucking shit is that? That makes no fucking sense. Like, I really don't know what to say. And it's like, I'm not sure if like you could have some type of like legal action, or, you know, like if the people could do like something. I doubt it, because like with big companies like this, you know, they always they sit just above the law, so you can't do anything when they do something that's not allowed. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, like, you know, you're basically fucked. But hopefully, you know, the people there, they have adequate experience in whatever they did, and they could go to, you know, 2K, or they could go to you know, whoever. Like, it doesn't even have to be Activision. Maybe they could go to Bungie, maybe they could go to, you know, whoever. But I mean, I think this is some fucking bullshit. And you know, I just hope everything works out for these people. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. All necessary links will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.